And I'm Dan Birch. I'll bring you the play-by-play. And what a game we have. Number 4 ranked Rock Island Alleman, 11-4, but just 1-2 in the conference. Why are they 11-4? Well, they're Class A. They've been to state. They finished 4th, 3rd. They've got Pat Boss returning. They've got Watson, Manus, Sotos, and a handful of help on the side. But their opponent, a team that started off 0-4. We're kind of an enigma last year, Smitty. This is a team everybody said, you know, Dexter's got the talent if they ever get it together. Well, I'll tell you what, Frank Dexter got it together. They won 11 of 12, and they are coming in smoking.
Yeah, I talked to Frank around Christmas time. Coach Dexter said that the big turnaround for this club was not necessarily a big strategic move other than inserting Marcus Morrow into the starting lineup, take some of the ball handling duties off Travis Wilson. Team came together. Like you said, they're 11 out of the last 12 and heading in the right direction.
And they are actually ahead of Alleman in the conference at 2-1. Now tonight, we've had some cancellations. This game being replayed on, once again, TCI Channel 38, taped on a Friday. Quincy and Galesburg are meeting. They're both ranked. That game was canceled, Smitty? I don't know. I'm asking because there were some cancellations. We've had weather here, of course, in the Quad City area and throughout the Midwest. But that's a big game. One team will drop back. If Moline could get a win here, they would kind of be in the driver's seat there for a moment. Galesburg did a number on Alleman, but lost to Moline. So it's definitely, I mean, a big game for both of them, for Rock Island Alleman to stay in a hump, but maybe more for Moline. Alleman will always drop down to Class A, and there they can really dominate as they have for the last couple years under Larry Schulte. But maybe for Frank Dexter to really take control of the conference, this may be a bigger game for the Maroons. We get set for the starting lineup. The Alleman Pioneers, once again, 11-4, 1-2 in the Western Big Six, and they're no slouch themselves. They've won 8 of their last 9. On the other side, the Maroons have won 11 of the last 12. They are 2-1 in the Western Big Six.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Alleman's only loss has been to Galesburg, and they're
down there.
And that's one of the toughest places to play in the whole state, I would say.
Here you see some of the announcements. Marcus Morrow, the guy you mentioned, number 20, the first one announced. The Maroons in the visiting maroon away. Alleman in the white. That's Pat Voss, our all-state point guard, comes in averaging 16 plus a game. For Frank Dexter's Maroons, waiting for the second introduction. As you mentioned, Morrow, a key, not scoring a lot, just about 4 points a game, but Smitty takes a lot of the garbage duties away.
Dan, he does all those things that don't show up in the box scores. You know, he doesn't score much, he doesn't get a whole lot of rebounds, but he handles the ball, he plays good defense, he dishes the ball off. We don't keep assist totals here in the Big Six, but I'm sure he's got several of those.
We'll find out. Travis Wilson announced, 6'2", junior, and we talked about Galesburg. Everybody knows about Joey Raines. Well, this kid ain't too far behind.
No, he's not.
Nate Fremmelt, he's kind of the answer tomorrow on the Alleman side, does a lot of the dirty work.
You know, we were able to see Alleman play UT last week, and Nate Fremmelt, I think that might have been his first start, but he came in and played, was real impressive. Pretty cool head.
Ian Hanneman really coming on for him, the junior center, coming off a monster game. And center, if you will, by default, Chris Watson. Manus, Sotos, they're all 6'2", they all are asked to do. Sotos, the top rebounder, Manus, maybe the biggest option inside. There's your senior, Nick DeVilder, 6'6", but he's more of an outside threat. And Sotos, number 32 for the Pioneers, and he's an outside threat too. They can both stroke the three.
He's an outside threat, but he's also their leading rebounder, which is an interesting combination.
Well, on defense, he's definitely down low banging, but on the offensive end, he never met a Sotos who didn't like an outside shot at all, but I'll tell you that. The final starting lineups announced. It was Steve Cottrell for the Pioneers and Jeff Manus, and he's coming off a big game. We mentioned Ian Hanneman coming off a huge game,
right?
And Manus kind of the same way. Manus coming off a 14.7 rebound game, his best effort. Hanneman 27 points, 9 rebounds in his last game. That is just huge. We're going to stand here in our booth for the national anthem here at the Rock Island Fieldhouse right before tip-off of the Alleman Pioneers and the Moline Maroons on TCI Channel 38. I believe they said Sarah Gold and Luke Harris performing it. crowd getting into it already. Just a tad more green than maroon. I thought it'd be pretty equal here. Kind of a neutral court, but it looks like there's more green. Either that or it's an early St. Patrick's Day in January. And there is maroon. The lights go down in the crowd. And, of course, it takes center court, center stage. And these two, the best, for so many years, Smitty, and you're a UT man, but for so many years, Sans, the late 70s, early 80s, I'll give respect to your Panthers. Yeah. It really became a Rock Island stranglehold on the conference. Yes. Quincy, of course, I'm talking inner Quad City.
In the Quad City area,
but
definitely.
But now all of a sudden, both these clubs are stronger, pretty obvious stronger than the Rocks. So it really brings a little more energy, I think, into the other programs. The Pioneers the last couple of years, we mentioned Schulte's gone to state, and Frank Dexter really has the Maroons hopping too.
It's nice to see people come out and support their teams on Friday night like
nice.
Like the old days. And I hate to bring the old days up all the time, but guys, there would have been a time 30 years ago you wouldn't have been able to get in this gym for this game.
It's tipped out of bounds. They say Alleman knocked it out. Moline will get the first possession. It's funny. It's about 30 below the last couple days, so it is nice. They get it inside. Oh, got away with a carry, but the first bucket goes to Travis Wilson. I think he got away with one, but nonetheless,
he had that ball tapped on his hip, but he's going to take that ball strong to the basket every chance he gets, Dan.
Inside Sonos, he tries to kick it out. Frummel dribbling around. Cross court is Voss. That is Manus way out top for him. Nate Frummel with it out top. Penetrates Moline in the zone. He won't say that for Alleman this whole game. Larry Schulte lives and dies by the man-to-man. Dexter will mix it up. 2-0. Moline leads early, about 30 seconds gone by.
And haven't seen Moline play several times this season, Dan. They've played zone 90% of the time, and they've done very well with it. So Frank's going to stick with that for as long as he can get away with it, I think.
Voss, the big ball handler, but they like to get some scoring from him as well, the leading scorer. Manus kind of planted at the free throw line. Watson and Sonos working inside out. Frummel will help out with the ball handling. He sets a pick. Sonos back to Voss. The Maroons and the old Bears. Voss for three. In and out. Rebound. That's a Hanovan. To Vilder. Looking. He'll shoot that three. There's Hanovan. Excuse me, that was Cottrell with the rebound.
Cottrell with the rebound.
My apologies, 54, not 50. Nice rebound again, Cottrell. Tries to go up and he's fouled.
Steve Cottrell is a real workhorse for the Maroons. He doesn't show up again, one of those guys that doesn't score a lot, but gets a lot of rebounds and really works hard.
Plus, with DeVilder 6'6" playing the outside, and they ask Wilson to do so much ball handling, explosive 6'2". Cottrell at 6'4" will go in and do the dirty work, bang, get some rebounds, free up Hanovan, and let DeVilder go outside. They go with a real big lineup. Cottrell at the line, he misses. The foul was on. Did you catch that, Schmitty?
22, Chris Watson.
Thank you very much. Chris Watson picks up the first foul of the game. Cottrell's second attempt a little bit better. We've got a 3-0 ball game. Maroons on top. Voss up the left side. Coach Frank Dexter did tell me he will switch off and go to a little man-to-man. He's going to start out on the zone, see how that works. It's working well thus far.
I'm sure Larry Schulte they know Moline's played a lot of zone this year, and I'm sure they're looking for holes in that zone.
Voss for two. Go ahead, Smitty.
I'm sure they've worked hard all week on creating seams in that zone, and there's spots that are going to find open shots. So far, Maroons closed all the doors on them.
And this is going to happen after the bucket. They will press. Now, Alleman, on the other hand, knows they're giving up size, but they think they're deeper. So they're really going to try to pressure him, run at it, take it to him. Nice drive, nice partial block. Rebound, Hanovan, he gets the bucket.
Well, Ian Harriman, there's that size advantage. Ian Harriman really went over the back, but he didn't foul anybody because he just reached over the top.
There's a whistle for an injury. Jeff Manus limping down the court.
Hey, rolled an ankle? I didn't see what happened.
I just heard the whistle and looked up. He's averaging about 6 points, 3.5 rebounds. We said coming off a career game, 14 and 7. There's Voss. Tell you what, he just handles that ball so well, like a yo-yo, as they say. They get it to him. Frommel's on the left wing. He penetrates through the legs of DeVilder to Frommel. Back out to Pat. Voss looking. Inside. Sonos pump fake. He's double teamed. Back out to Voss. Right drive. That's nothing. Still alive. Good hustle by the Pioneers. They're going to have to hustle with their lack of size.
They had a hole. Sonos had a hole in the zone, and he put the ball on the floor, and Moline collapsed on it.
Now he's going to, when I say he, I'm referring to Jeff Manus again. He's going to have to be a huge player. As I said, he's their offensive threat. Sotos will rebound on the defensive end, but Manus will go inside. There's Hanneman with the size advantage again.
Nice ball movement.
Good job of breaking the press by Moline. That should be to Alleman's advantage. Knocked out of bounds by Cottrell.
That's Hanneman, Danny.
Oh, I'm screwing him up. Okay. Well, I gave a rebound to Hanneman. It was Cottrell.
I think Cottrell got the hoop down there, too.
Was it? I've got their numbers.
We'll get it.
We'll get it straight. Well, 50 and 54 are getting the job done no matter who they are.
And they both play real hard, so it's easy to mix those guys up.
Voss was limping a bit like Manus. We'll see if that comes into play later on. Watson loses it. Cottrell.
You know, Voss is nursing that knee. He's got wearing that knee brace, and they weren't even sure if he was going to start last week, and he played quite a few minutes.
Wilson pulls up. Long rebound. Nate Frimmel tries to run it down, and it went off. They're going to say it went off. Morrow. I think Morrow tipped it off coming around him.
Well,
7-4 the score. Cross court, dangerous pass. Nate Frimmel will pull up, no. Feet inside, Sotos pump fake. Off the side of the backboard to Vilder with the rebound.
Moline Height changed that shot a little bit. Sotos turned and looked at the basket, had two big arms, and he was kind of down on the baseline anyway. Very difficult shot.
Nice look inside by Cottrell. Wilson cannot handle it. Here come the Pioneers for three, partially blocked Wilson. Voss has the knee brace, and this is definitely the slowest you've seen him move, but still pretty quick. Now that's Hanneman, right? I know he's got 4. I'll give Cottrell the other bucket. We'll call it even. How's that? We'll get it straight for you at the half. It is 9-4. That's the most important thing. Dexter doesn't care. He's got a 5-point lead. 3:20 left in the first. Kicked off the foot of DeVilder. Pioneers will get it back. And Larry Schulte and Dexter, Frank Dexter, I should say, have been up the whole time, and they'll stay up.
They'll stay up. They're both good. They both work the whole game.
Sotos for 3. That's a little long. Rebound, Hanneman. Oh, look at Wilson up quickly another way. Leaves it short. Sotos gets a board back the other way. Wilson is kind of cold. It's early, but he's left a few short. That's Watson for 3. And the Pioneers are a little long on their three-pointers. Rebound Morrow to Wilson.
Fans wanted to trouble
Two big guys. DeVilder from the right side with the left hand. Got it. His first bucket. And it's 11-4 lead. They may get a timeout. They do. Larry Schulte takes a timeout as Pioneers trail by 7 with 2:39 in the first. We'll take a break and be back from TCI Channel 38. Back at the Rock Island Fieldhouse, Western Big Six basketball. The Moline Maroons get out of the block quickly. They lead 11-4 with 2:39 to go in the first. Alleman in the white going right to left on your screen will inbound. Frimmel will give it to Voss. Maroons in their zone. In the maroon naturally. Frimmel looked like he thought about it. Sotos, Watson, Manus, Voss. Original starting lineup, same for the Maroons. Sotos pulls up from about 8, in and out. Rebound to Vilder, that's a couple for Nick. Out quickly to Hanneman. Cottrell into Hanneman. We'll get it right sooner or later, Smitty. Look at Cottrell keeping it alive.
Steve Cottrell plays like that the entire game. Every minute he's in there, he's diving for loose balls, going in the crowd. We got subs coming in, Dan.
This is what Alleman's strategy is. I talked to Ryert and Fry, the assistant coaches. They feel they're deeper. They'll have these guys run in. Kevin McLean's going to check in. It looks like number 12. He comes in for Frimmel. Sotos remains in. Manus goes out. Looks like Jeff O'Hearn checks in for him. And number 34, Jake Smithers, is in as well. Voss will stay in, and he'll do that most of the time. Sotos pump fake. Back out to Voss. Penetrates. Nice feed. O'Hearn for the left side, a little strong. Knocked around. It's off the Pioneers.
Oh, must have been one Pioneer in the midst of all that maroon, because I didn't see that. That was a good timeout Larry Schulte had. If you notice, the first time down the floor, Soto's got a 14-footer wide open shot from the paint. Just didn't convert, but I'm sure Larry revisited what they've been working on.
Travis Wilson over to Cottrell. I was going to say a little strong, but he baked it in.
It was high off the glass.
So, if we're correct on our buckets, Cottrell has 5, and it's 13-4. All Moline. There's the shot you were talking about. Sonos does not get it to drop again. Wilson with the board. The Maroons definitely controlling the rebounding now. Out to DeVilder. He'll watch the tray. Got it. Credit Travis Wilson would find it him. 16-4. The lead a dozen.
And Nick DeVilder can hit that shot. He's a very streaky shooter. He's a good shooter at all times, but sometimes he gets extremely high.
And as he's done for so many years now. One of those kids who seems like he's been playing for about 7 years.
Nice answer.
Oh, nice speed. Block.
Oh, the Alleman fans are going to like that.
Sotos on the block. That's the call. Hanneman going to the cup. Once again, the Maroons are not only breaking the press, they're getting 3-on-2s, 2-on-1s.
They're getting a lot of layup, like chances anyway.
Hanneman will go to the line. Voss buried a 3 to stop the bleeding. Is that Corin Logan? As I look, no, Watson comes back in.
Watson comes back in. Tom Dyke has checked in for the Maroons. Steve Cottrell goes to the bench.
Dyke, one of the few Maroons that are coming consistently. We could see a Boster, Earl, or a few others. But the Pioneers definitely use more of their bench.
Well, Tom Dyke has started several games for the Maroons, so he's got a lot of floor time.
Hanneman missed that one. Sorry, Ian.
That one
Sorry, Ian and Steve. You reach 1 or 2 from the line, I know that. Sotos inside out to Voss. He just hit a major 3. Thought about it again. That's Smithers on the baseline. There's a whistle.
I think Travis Wilson reached around and hooked him from behind. No.
No shooting violation. The Pioneers will inbound underneath their hole.
Foul's going to go on Dyke.
Paul Lennon, 6'6" kid. Saw a Pioneer game earlier at the Mark during the Iowa Illinois shootout. He did a nice job. And they really need him with the injury to Ryan Wood. He brings some of their only size on the team. Reached in by DeVilder. And they're going to say he knocked it out of bounds. Good job of pressuring Chris Watson. Smithers to Voss. Maroons still in the zone, and why not? They lead by 10, 17-7. There's Linden muscling in. Doesn't get it to go, though. Wilson, another board. Travis always a little bit out of control there. Morrow, nice feed. Around, they're going to say stepped on the line. Oh, that's good hustle by Alleman now.
Yeah, 3 guys going for that loose ball there all over the floor. That's Paul Linden come in.
All the way down from the other.
Larry Schulte's got to be tearing just a few hairs out. They've had several good looks, just not converting right now.
Maroons maybe going for one. We're under 30 seconds. DeVilder on the drive to Cottrell. He's going to, tomorrow he's going to shoot a 3. And there's somebody pushing people around down there. They catch Hanneman.
Yeah, I think it's Hanneman. He was closest one to the action.
Well, Morrow watched a 3 and was kind of surprised me. I didn't expect to see him do that. Linden will sit.
Well, of course, Dixon was surprised as well.
Manus will come back in. Smithers sits. Also out is O'Hearn. Voss. 17 seconds.
Well, at the end of the quarter, I'm sure Coach Schulte's going to tell them, hey, we're getting the looks we want. Just keep playing the way we're playing.
Stick with the game plan. 7 seconds. Voss way across to Watson. Pulling up on the baseline. That was Sloan. They're real strong on that left side. And that'll do it. DeVilder's shot on the way. It does not count way up to the buzzer, but I'll tell you what. He just hit a near 3/4 court shot. That's how everything's going right for the Maroons. It doesn't count, but they still lead by 10. After a quarter, it's 17-7 Moline. At the end of the first quarter, all Moline 17-7, including a 3-point bomb That did not count by DeVilder. Alleman inbounds to start the second.
Alleman's only got points from 2 players, Dan, right now. Voss with a bucket and a tray for 5 points. Manus with a turnaround jumper early for the first 2 points of the night for the Pioneers, and that's all the scoring. They've got 3 guys averaging double figures, so.
Yeah, Sotos missed a couple of shots. Watson as well. Watson strong from the left side. Sotos a little bit short from right around the free throw line. As you mentioned, they're in double figures as well. On the other hand, the scorers have answered, including one we're kind of surprised by in Cottrell. But DeVilder's hit a few shots. Hanovan, Voss, feed to Watson. They're going to need him. Original starting lineups back in. There's Watson. Still a little bit off. Tipped around. Rebound by Morrow out to DeVilder. He's got Wilson. Oh, he got away with the carry. No, he didn't. He wanted to alley-oop to Wilson.
That was coming. I was getting ready to come out of my chair, too. Because we know Travis Wilson can jump out of the gym.
Well, here come the Pioneers trying to close the gap. They trail by 10.
Moline's doing a great job with that zone. They've extended it out. They're taking all the shots away. Alleman's working their offense like they want to work it, but their shots just aren't there. Every shot is challenged.
Voss trying to penetrate, make things happen. They need some type of inside threat, whether it's him penetrating and kicking it out. And they're complaining, I should say they, I'm talking Derek Lindauer and Frank Dexter, the Moline staff, about the forearm, so to speak. And Voss does do that. He sticks it out there a little bit, and so do a few there. You see it right there. It comes up his left side. Does a great job of protecting the ball. He's a great ball handler. But,
I can't help it. That's the way I dribble.
If I'm an opposing coach, I'd be reminding the officials as well. Voss, stutter step. So quick inside. Sotos hesitating now. There you go. He's on the board, Smitty. And they're going to need him.
Well, he brings 12.5 points into the game, and that's his first 2, so he's got 3 quarters to get that other 10.
Wilson out top. Pioneers in a man-on-man. Voss jumps out on Morrow. Inside to Wilson. Leaves it short. He's struggling a bit, about the only maroon. Misses another one. Nice rebound by Watson. By Frummel.
A good battle under there. No foul, just bothered Wilson shot enough. He was trying to use the iron to protect his shot and just couldn't quite find the angle. You're right, he's struggling.
Kenny Spranger, number 30, is in for the Maroons. Well, we got Sotos a bucket. Let's see if we can get Watson. DeVilder near steal. They end up with it. Here it goes. Yes. Two-handed dunk by Nick DeVilder. He has 7.
Yeah, he deserves that bucket. He anticipated that pass. He came out of the hole there coming off the far side of the zone.
Voss hit a 3 last time to stop some bleeding. Nice rebound by Watson to go back up and draw the foul. Back to a 10-point advantage, Moline.
Well, the break out there by DeVilder, Morrow gave him the shot, they gave him the pass, but DeVilder got the steal and put it away. He worked hard to get the hoop.
4th team foul. They say it's Wilson's first. Now, I had Wilson for one. I think I forgot to whistle Cottrell. He had the other one. I'm sure I know Hanovan and Morrow.
Dykes got the other one.
Thank you.
We got Dyke, Hanovan, and Wilson now. All have 1 for the Maroons.
And Morrow has 1 as well. He had a little push on Voss.
That's the one right at the beginning of the quarter.
Only 2 fouls, Sotos and Watson. And Watson, like we said, they need to get him on the board as well. So a 2 for Sotos and now a free throw for Watson. We'll see if he can add to it. Chris Watson. He does.
Well, and he brings 11 plus points to the game. So between Sotos and Watson, they've got to start lighting it up a little bit.
Watson goes out, and Jake Smithers comes back in. There's the pressure. But Moline is just breaking it every time. Wilson, nice bounce pass. Cottrell with another bucket. You got him for 7 there?
I got him for 7. And
that's a lot more than you expect from him.
Well, he's the recipient. He's the donee of all the press breaking that's going on. Once Moline gets the ball through the first wave of the press, they've got a 3-on-2 break.
The donee, huh? The donor, the opposite?
I was going to say benefactor. There's that hole in the zone we've been talking about.
Manus the second bucket. DeVilder having a little trouble. Ooh.
Now you see it, now you don't.
Yeah. Hanovan In and out, Pat Foss with the rebound. All of a sudden, the Pioneers are starting to get a little momentum their way. Trail by 8, they're starting to get rebounds. There's a 3 by Watson. That's it, make a couple of free throws, get your feet under you. He has 5 points, and it's a 5-point gap.
Got that lead in half.
DeVilder, he's got 1 3, give him 2.
Foot just on the line.
10 points already for Nick DeVilder. 2 threes, a dunk, he's having a nice little game. Manus, that's the inside force they need. 6 points for Jeff Manus. It's back to a 5-point game.
Action's heating up here, Dan.
23-18, 4 minutes and countdown, second quarter. Charge! Smithers with a heck of a play. DeVilder, his first foul. And the fouls are already leaning towards the Pioneers. You made a comment when we took a break. You said, you know, for a team that plays as good a defense as the Pioneers, they don't foul a lot. And why? And you told me during the break, say it again.
Well, they play defense with their feet, not with their hands. So Smithers did a great job of getting in front of DeVilder, and Nick came down. He was just a little out of control. He knew he was trying to come across the lane and not draw that charge, take that charge, but Smithers was up to the task there.
Well, it slows down just a bit. 3:45 in the second quarter, counting down. 23-18.
After that foul there, we got some fresh legs in there now for Alleman. Dan Coyne-Logan's in. Nate Fromeld's back in.
And Coyne-Logan tried to backdoor. Voss tried to feed it to him. It was kicked. They'll get it back. First time we've seen Coyne-Logan. He played a lot last year.
Right.
But just give guys like Nate Fromeld stepping it up and just sharing, I wouldn't say stealing, but just sharing the playing time.
Well, there's that bench you were talking about.
3. That's Voss's second 3. Moline trying to break it quickly. Hanovan, another charge.
That's Hanovan's second charge in 2 trips.
The Pioneers are getting back in it with their defense.
You know, and I was going to say earlier when we were running up and down the floor, this is the quickest pace I've seen Moline play. I've seen him 5-6 games so far this season, and they always want to play fairly deliberate, but they're really pushing the ball tonight.
Well, and why not? You have a 10-point lead, you're cracking the press. But I talked to both coaching staffs before the game, and Moline wants a slow, deliberate half-court game. They don't want to get into the running game. Pioneers obviously want to. We talked about the depth and the lack of size, but the speed as well. Foss with a major league 3. Oh! That was downtown. We've got a lead. First lead of the ball game. 24-23.
All of a sudden, this side of the gym has gotten really noisy over here.
They trailed by a dozen in the first quarter alone. Wilson. DeVilder trying to answer. DeVilder and Voss bombing away. Pat goes around him. Look at the ball handlings. We're under 3 minutes. 1 point Alleman lead. It happened at 24-23.
Well, 3 threes this quarter. Got him right back into the ball game.
And some good defensive stops. That's not a good shot, but some good defensive stops. 2 back-to-back charging.
Right.
Calls. They picked them up, taking the charge.
Coach Dexter up, trying to get the offense organized here.
Now DeVilder too. They're slowing it up. He'll back in. Dyke looking for help.
I think Mullins going to show that patience now that we were just talking about. They're going to, Coach Dexter said, let's settle it down. Let's get a good look. We need a basket right now. This is an important trip down the floor. Let's work an offensive set. There's a nice give and go.
Dyke. I was going to say not another charge. Actually, the foul's on Voss. Dyke will go to the line. That's Pat's first, the 3rd team foul for the Pioneers. 16 fouls for Moline. Morrow will come back in. I believe it'll be for Dyke after the free throws. Yeah, it looks that way. Tom Dyke at the line. He has a foul. She yet to score. She said part-time starter.
Yeah, he's started a lot of games this year. His playing time has gone down and Steve Cottrell's has gone up. They're both big men, so
he misses. A 17-6 run right now by the Pioneers. He made it. He got the bounce up. So I looked down when I saw the bounce.
It fell through.
Never mind. I saw it bounce up.
I did too, and it climbed back over the front rim, and I had to look twice.
I put down and marked missed free throw on my scorebook. He gets both of them. They get the lead back 25.
You know what made me look up again, and I heard the Moline crowd cheer. I thought, okay, he must have made that. We're both up here keeping score, folks. So.
Yeah, we need statisticians, I guess. There's another whistle. Foul will be on Moline.
I think that's going to go on Cottrell this time. He was trying to cut off that baseline and just didn't move his feet well enough. That's going to put
Voss at the line, it looks like.
Put Voss at the line. They're in the bonus. I missed a foul somewhere.
Oh, we've got...
No, I didn't. I got him.
You got all 7. Voss hits it. Pat has 12 points already. You know, he's exploded in this gym last year against UT, Smitty. You may remember that game.
Yeah.
He has killed him here, too. He plays well in this gymnasium. Missed the second one, though. Moline, we're at 1:38 in the first half. We're tied up 25-all. Just what you thought it'd be. What do they call it? Chris Watson running through the pick?
Yeah. It's been a nice little acting job there by Steve Cottrell, too, I think. But he definitely ran into him. He definitely did.
Watson's second foul. Well, he didn't score in the first. We talked about them needing his offensive output. He has 5 here in the second.
The man that's been real quiet is the man with the ball right now. He's only got 2 on the night.
Little
Travis
off
Wilson.
as we set on his shot. Did a nice job there, though. You see penetrating and kicking it out. Cottrell. Morrow out to DeVilder. We near a minute. Sotos giving DeVilder his left side. They try to set it up that way. Uses a pick. DeVilder for 3, yes. He's stroking it as well.
That's his second 3.
His third 3. DeVilder's third and Voss has 3. They're trading them back and forth. It's a 3-point lead, 28-25 Moline. We're under a minute. Watson short. It was partially blocked. Cottrell got a hand on it. Morrow finds Cottrell. He's had a huge first half. 9 points for Steve Cottrell. He came in averaging under 2.
And that's a bonus. That's a bonus. Any points they get out of Steve Cottrell is a bonus. That's not what he's in there for. He's in there to play defense and hustle on the boards.
Hey, most of those have been hustle buckets. It's not like he's gunning. Just beating people up the court. We're near the 20-second mark in the first half. Alleman with the ball. Moline staying back in the zone. They have a 5-point lead. We're at 10. Voss got tied up. 2, they're going to have to force it. Sotos, short. So at the half, Moline hangs on to lead by 5, 30-25. Keep it tuned to TCI Cable Channel 38 because it's going to get better in the second half.
You got
Family Ties Productions, TCI Channel 38. Well, Smitty, you not only caught me screwing up Cottrell and Hanovan, but I gave DeVilder an extra 3.
Well, he's a good shooter, but let's make him earn those points before you give them away.
I gave him 3 trays, but he had 2. One was just inside, but he still finished with a dozen. Voss did have 3 threes. He had a dozen as well to lead the way. A little more balance on the Moline side. 5 for Hanovan, 2 for Wilson as we start off. Moline coming right to left on your screen. 9 for Cottrell. That was the bonus on the Maroon side.
You know, Alleman made a great run at the Maroons there. Took a momentary lead. Took 25-24, and then Moline tied it up 25-25. And then Moline made a nice little answer there at the end of the half. They controlled the entire first half, and they came back and got a 5-point lead back and went into the locker room with to save some of their confidence maybe. Alleman had the potential to just blow them right out of here at the end of that half.
We'll see what happens here. Alleman once again will try to push up. There's an open jumper. Manus again. He's had a nice little game thus far. 8 points already tonight. Wilson started off. Let's put it this way. We've all seen Travis play better as he threw away the first time on the floor. And now they're going to wave off that bucket. I didn't mean to jinx him. He finally looked like he was going to break out of his slump. And he picks up his second foul. Ouch.
And that's 3 charges now on the Maroons, I believe.
Well, Schulte and
there's that Alleman defense we were talking about in the first half. They established their position.
The drive, they lose it. Wilson comes back the other way, behind his back. Nearly double teamed out to DeVilder. Manus has a bucket, and that's it thus far. DeVilder on the drive. That time it's a block. Well, they're about 4 of 6. What do we got? 3 or 4 charges and 2 blocks.
Yeah, they're evening it up. Those refs keep track, you know.
Manus picks up his first foul. First team foul of the second half. At the line, trailing by 3. Leading by 3 is Nick DeVilder of Moline. Trying to add to it. He does. 13 points for the 6'6 senior. Comes in averaging about 12 points, 5 rebounds a game.
Well, Nick's had a nice first half for the Maroons. He kind of picked up the scoring load with Travis Wilson not
struggling.
Adding the points that he usually comes up with. Nick kind of picked up the slack there. Got his average in the first half.
He hit both those free throws. What's nice to see, Coach Smith, was DeVilder drive there. Because a lot of times he can really shoot threes, but sometimes a kid with that size on high school level 6'6", he stays too much outside. It was nice to see him take it in because he could shoot almost over anybody.
Yeah.
Trailing by 5, the Pioneers in the white.
Maroons sticking with their zone.
Voss for a deep 3. He shoots some bombs too. There's a nice rebound by Hanovan.
Well, he was way up for that one. That looked high, even sitting way up here.
Original starting lineups in for both clubs except for Smithers. And that's a bucket by Hanovan. He has 7 points. Manus having trouble.
Well, we had several guys reaching in here.
Moline wanted to travel.
The builder says, how about a walk?
Cottrell, was it?
Who'd they point at? Cottrell?
I think it's on Steve.
Yeah, there it is.
That'll be his second, the team's second. 34-27. Moline with the lead, Alleman with the ball. Voss over to Coyne Logan. Excuse me, I said Smithers, I meant Coyne Logan. 24, not 34. He's the only change from Frummel to start the second half. And Logan travels.
Little ball fake killed him. Gave a little ball fake before he put the ball on the ground, and then got called for the walk.
And because of it, he will sit and Frummel to come back in. Not necessarily because of it, but that's what's going to happen. You see Larry Schulte right as they inbound right to the left of him, telling Coyne Logan exactly that.
Said, don't do that anymore, I think is what he said.
Wilson crossover up court to DeVilder. Cottrell, he's wide open. The Maroon faithful behind him, some of his classmates going, shoot!
The mom and dad were standing up over there. You got to reach in from behind. I think that's Chris Watson's going to pick up his. That's his third foul. If that is indeed on Watson.
Yep, it is.
And it is.
And it is his third. Moline will inbound. Larry Schulte looks like either he doesn't realize it or he doesn't care. He's going to leave him in. Frank Dexter, the jacket's off. He's up off the bench.
He's coaching hard now. Got the jacket off.
Got that Tim Floyd Iowa State look going on. A little ruffle. Nice feed. That was a nice pass. Good
Not
defense.
a ball, a little bit of hand there.
Yeah, good defense by Manus trying to stop. Manus has given up about 3 inches and a lot of weight too. Hanovan's a big guy. He's got the wide shoulders. And I don't know if it's those, short sleeve jerseys, but it makes him look even bigger. But you can tell the difference, definitely. Jeff gave it up. I saw Jeff's brother Charlie, I think, down there. I was grabbing a pop at the half. So he was a very, very good player.
Yes, he was. He could carry on any given night.
Hanovan misses the first one. It's still a 7-point advantage, Maroons. Mike Watson comes in for the first time tonight for his brother Chris. Ian Hanovan, 6'5" junior on the second attempt. Makes it. 8 points for Ian. So a slower pace, definitely, as you can tell, to the Moline advantage. They trail by 8. It's been real slow back and forth.
Yeah, we haven't seen that breakout like we did in the first half. They were up and down the floor pretty good there. Good anticipation. There's Steve Cottrell.
Nice pass. That was two big guys. Cottrell to steal, brings it up, hits in the hand of it on the wing. They're your power forward, your center basically, and then they hit it to Morrow down low. And
he's going to finish it up, but he gets fouled.
But he'll still finish it up at the line. But that was nice to see. Very unselfish too.
Mike Watson picks up that foul.
Chris sits with 3, and Mike says, "I got you." How he's going to get in the book as well. Marcus Morrow at the line. Hits it, as you mentioned, his first points. But as you mentioned, he's helped free up the other guys by doing a lot of the dirty work, handling the ball, moving around on the outside. 2 for 2, and he hits his free throws. Very big. It's now a 10-point lead. They led by a dozen. That was the biggest lead of the game in the first quarter before the Pioneers came storming back.
We'll see if all of them can make that spurt here now. This is about the spot where they started picking it up in the second quarter with some 3-pointers.
Mike Watson shoots a 3. Hanneman tries to control. Voss has it back. Nice look away to Manus. And Jeff loses it out of bounds. Maroon basketball. Alleman has 1 bucket and 1 bucket only. And we've had 3 minutes gone by in the third. Look at oh, nice. Look at the pass, Wilson. To Cottrell. Cottrell couldn't put it in, but he does pick up a foul. Draw a foul, I should say. Boy, Wilson is not shooting real well.
Behind the back bounce pass.
Happen.
How good is that, huh? Steve Sotos, I believe, picked up that foul. 15 foul now for the...
And it's the other way around. Ooh, that's going to be over the back on Cottrell, I believe. Yep.
He was coming a little too hard.
Third. Relatively clean first half. We're seeing some more fouls. You get tired, though, as the game goes on as well.
And you get a little more, you know, they look up, they see that scoreboard, too. And
10-point lead for Moline. Alleman with the ball. Voss actually loses it. Look at that. Hanneman up tomorrow. He's going to pull up. Got it.
That's a 2-pointer.
Definitely momentum swinging the Moline way. You don't see Brad Voss lose it very often, let alone a guy like Hanneman take it away from him. Sotos answers.
Yeah, nice little move. That's a big bucket by Steve Sotos there. They needed something.
39-29. It was up to 12. There's a steal. Oh, and thrown away. Reach it in on DeVilder. Gets it up to Cottrell. And Watson, Mike Watson with his second foul. Larry Schulte's going to take a timeout, as will we. 39-29. Moline on top of Rock Island Alleman with 3:50 to go in the third.
Yeah, we're back here at Rock Island Fieldhouse, and Dan, before I give it back to you, I got to send out a thank you to a couple of assistant technicians here tonight, Lindsay Wessel, and Caleb Rangel. Your mic muff fell off and went down all the way under the bleachers tonight, and they went down and got it for us.
When?
So, before you got here. We were unwrapping and setting up here. So Lindsay and Caleb, they're little people. They got under and got that. I said I'd
so early I wasn't even here.
Make sure we got them thanked on the radio here, on the TV.
Steve Cottrell plays for Derek Lindau's baseball team. That would be a nice line drive. A rope from the outfield, but that was not a pretty free throw. He hits the second one, though.
He put the shooter's touch on that second one. 11 points.
And Cottrell comes out.
Is that Dyke back in for him? Yeah.
Down by 11. Pioneers, not much inside threat to open up the air. Sotos, that's what they need. Pump fake, picks up the foul, draws the foul from Ian Hanneman. That'll be Ian's third. So you got Cottrell with 3 and Ian with 3.
You know, and Alleman's trying to stick with it. They're spacing the floor out. They got pretty good spacing, and they may be dribbling just a little bit more than Coach Schulte wants them to do, but they're spaced so widely, and Moline's extended their zone. It's tough to find those gaps.
Steve Sotos at the line. He has 4 and misses the free throw. Came in averaging about 12.5 a game. Kenny Spranger will come in. Hanneman will sit for Frank Dexter's club. Winners of 11 of their last 12. Manus will sit down, and Jeff O'Hearn comes in for Schulte's Pioneers, who have won 8 of their last 9. Both clubs coming in streaking. Sotos hits the second one. 1-2 at the line. Steve has 5 points, and we're back to a 10-point advantage, Moline.
Moline's done a nice job with the Alleman press all night, too. They've gotten several easy buckets.
Oh, DeVilder not only hits the 3, he gets the foul. A 4-point play. Just when they've been trying to keep it at 10, they get it back to 10. Oh, there's a dagger. And that one was a 3.
That was way out there. Well, that was O'Hearn picked up. That's his first.
17 points for Nick DeVilder. He was one of the players, he and I guess you could say Hanovan too, but specifically he and Wilson, who Coach Dexter took aside. He said, hey, we're 0-4.
Right.
You guys are both better than this. We're better than this as a team. You know, basically a mutual beneficial agreement. I'll coach, you play. We're all better than this. Let's get it going. What the heck happened? Oh, it wasn't on the shot.
So it wasn't on the shot.
Down low.
I just assumed
Okay.
it was. I was watching the ball in the air, and I heard the whistle blow.
So down low.
Well, Spranger's going to go shoot.
It's going to be a 5-point play.
It's going to be a 5-point play because Spranger's going to get a chance at a 1-and-1 here.
If he hits it. Holy cow. You get it at 10. You got 3.5 left in the third. Plenty of time. And now all of a sudden you trail by 15. And that is the biggest lead of the game, too. Ouch. Nice drive, and it won't go.
Well, that
Smithers.
typifies Alleman's night right there, Dan. That's they've had a lot of good looks at the basket. They just haven't converted.
What a quarter by the Maroons. DeVilder cross court. Dyke off the bench. Or Spranger, I mean, excuse me. 30 not 32. Spranger for 4 off the bench in this quarter.
Looks like Jake Smithers is going to pick that up. That's 8 team fouls now on the Pioneers, so they're getting dangerously close to that super bonus.
And a 17-point advantage. What a run.
No, wave it off. Wilson in there too soon. Didn't make it anyway, but he wouldn't have counted if he had.
Why it's going to be tough, Jim, is not only do you have to get back in it, but you got to, you know, if you go on a 12-0 run now, you're not only down 5, you're running out of gas. But that's a big bucket. Soto's waking up. He has 7.
Yeah, Steve's going to have to heat up. Voss is going to have to crank a few threes.
There you go, though. The pressure paying off already. Oh, that could have gone either way. They call it on 32
White.
White.
On Tom Dyke, did he?
No, they call on Sotos, I think, 32 White. Could have just easily been on Dyke. Tough call there.
I was going to say, the cry went up from the Moline crowd, and I thought, what 32 did they call it on?
Sotos has 3, and that's a shame because he has 5 points in this quarter. That's basically all they've got is Steve Sotos. O'Hearn goes out. They're going to keep Steve in there.
Next foul puts Moline in the super bonus.
As you mentioned, 9 fouls, 10 is the super. Long, Manus has in control, and Wilson, as we said, not having his grandest performance. But they don't need it. DeVilder's been great.
I was going to say they got a 15-point lead with Travis Wilson contributing 2 points to it, 2 first-quarter points.
Spranger off the bench. I mean, you know, Cottrell, Spranger, and DeVilder having some of their best games. That's a good sign, too, because, I mean, Wilson's probably their most talented player, but Hanovan's coming off a huge game. You can argue how valuable he is. Dorian Earl checks in for the first time, and Wilson goes out. Dorian, more size there, 6'5". Of course, one of the many younger brothers of A.C. Earl, and sons of A.C. Earl as well. A.C. Jr. and Senior. There's another miss. Oh, Pioneers get a break there.
Well, they're looking to shoot the 3 now. I think they've got to answer.
17-7. Moline has outscored Alleman here in the third, and we've still got 2 minutes left.
You know, I've never coached basketball, but this would be one of those situations in a football game where you're getting situations where kids start pressing a little bit, you say you can't get it all back right now.
Right.
Let's get half of it before the end of the quarter, and then we'll work on it. So, give them something realistic to work towards. And then they got 2 minutes. They got 2 minutes left here in the third.
They're down 15. If they went on a little run here and got within 8, that'd be beautiful. And that could do it. There's Voss. His first 2 of the second half.
It's his 4th-3 of the night.
I don't think that. Well, that was a 3, Schmitty. I didn't think he was that far out. We got a carry violation.
Well, here we go. Maybe this is the beginning of that run we were talking about. Let's get some of that back. Coach Dexter's up off the bench, said, let's relax now, take it easy. We got a lot of points here. Let's not let Alleman get any confidence going.
And they're already at 12. Keep it around 10. Oh, that's a major league 3. Nice rebound. Fumbled, back up with the left hand. What a time to get his first bucket.
Well, we got it back to 10.
Minute and a half left. Here comes the pressure. And remember, look for a silver lining. There's DeVilder. He misses. Remember that Hanovan and Cottrell are in foul trouble. DeVilder misses. Look at Manus staying in there. Great effort by DeVilder, though, on his own glass.
Got a reach-in foul. Big rebound by Manus. Good work by DeVilder.
And we're at 10 right now.
Foul's going to go on Kenny Spranger, I do believe.
Yes, it is. His first, team 6.
Well, next foul put Moline in the bonus. And the next foul by the Pioneers will put Moline at the line shooting 2 the rest of the game.
Cottrell comes back in. Dyke will sit for the Maroons. Watson, Chris Watson, that is, inbounds to Voss. Soto's for 3. Saved by the Maroons. Wilson nearly lost it. He's back in. Cottrell. Stolen away Manus. He's having a nice game. Playing tough, hard.
He had a huge game last week against UT.
We thought about another bomb. Nice dish, Manus. That's his spot. In and out. Rebound. Look at Morrow on the glass. He's having a nice game. Oh, nice feed. And a good left hand by Wilson. That was a beautiful play by Marcus Morrow.
I'll tell you what, Pat Voss was about two ticks away from picking his pocket from the back. And just as he whipped that pass, saw Travis Wilson all alone under the basket. Credit, give Marcus Morrow half that basket.
The Maroon lead back to a dozen. 49-37. We're at 30 seconds in the third. Pioneers inside, pump fake, turnaround, short, nice defense by Cottrell there.
Yeah, that's 6-2.
Oh, the alley-oop, too high. That was Morrow trying to hook up again with Wilson. 15 seconds, Voss's fire. That's maybe a case of Pat trying to get it all back in one there.
Yeah. He was going for the 4-point shot, 5-point shot.
And why not? He's got 4 threes already, and he's hit a couple of bombs.
I don't think any of his threes have been toes on the line either.
No. Coyne Logan comes back in. Frommel sits. Kevin McLean comes back in. So Larry Schulte definitely putting some fresh bodies into pressure. Voss will walk off. He leaves the game once and he's upset about it. That's funny. He's trying to, and Schulte's going to get everybody in. It's a mass substitution.
It's going to get everybody some rest here.
Yeah, with 11 seconds.
Now Coach Dexter's got people coming up off the bench.
That looks like Andrew Boster coming in too. He has 14. He comes in for Wilson.
Count them up, Dan. Count them up, Dan. They both got 5.
11 men on the field.
Yeah.
Look, Dan Coyne Logan followed Wilson to the bench. He didn't know there was a substitution.
Coach told me to guard him wherever he went.
10 seconds. DeVilder with it. Remember, he hit a 3/4 court through his legs, hit a bomb that didn't count. Boster off the bench, short. He's going to get another shot at it. That'll do it. 49-37. Maroons lead by a dozen. We'll be back with a thrilling fourth quarter on TCI, Channel 38. Back here for fourth quarter action at Rock Island Fieldhouse, 19-12. The Moline Maroons outscored the Rock Island Alleman Pioneers and built that lead back up to a dozen after they led by 5 at the half. We'll go through the scoring in a moment as the Pioneers start out with it. There's a three, or either that or it was the Iowa pass.
Yeah.
Make the pass.
That was so far up, I suspect that might have been, unless it was partially blocked. Got a foul or a jump ball? I got a foul.
Well, the Pioneers got a little
And
scoring.
we're walking.
Finally, we'll come the other way from, we're in the super bonus, as you mentioned earlier, Coach Smith. Soto's finally got in the scoring column 5 in that quarter to help the Pioneers get back in it, but unfortunately they didn't get it done defensively at the other end. As Springer came off the bench for 4 all in that quarter. Wilson, Cottrell, Hanovan, Morrow scored 4 points all in that quarter. DeVilder had 5 more, so good balance by the Maroons in a couple of places you wouldn't expect it in Morrow and Springer. That's Morrow at the line right now.
You know, and as we mentioned, first half, Steve Cottrell was the bonus man there, getting 9 points when he's averaging maybe 2 or 3 a game. He gets 9.5. That's big points.
Marcus Morrow has 5. Morrow on the misses that second attempt. They'll come back the other way. Kevin McLean's seen a little more playing time. Watson. That's all elementary. 10 points. You knew I had to say it once, Smitty. Don't look at me out of the corner of your eye.
You were thinking about that. You were thinking about that coming over in the car, weren't you?
DeVilder. Short. Voss with the rebound. Well, hey, we're nearing 7 minutes. Looks up. Then McLean, the fresh legs on the streak with the left hand. Good job. Some fresh legs there. Voss found him.
He was way out in front on that. He had a breakaway basket there, and Voss found him. You're right.
I'll tell you what, Frank Dexter quickly and wisely takes a timeout.
Going to get the Maroons settled down here. 10-point lead.
Well, let's keep it here. It's 50-40. 10-point lead. 7-11 to go. We said if you're Schulte, you're coaching, you want to keep it, keep it close. Still plenty of time, and heck, 7 minutes. They're hanging 10. They're hanging 10. They just got to make that run, and we saw them make one in the second quarter. They trailed out of the blocks right off the bat. Moline jumped on them. They trailed by as many as 12, 16-4 in the first quarter. That next thing you know, wham, bam, thank you, man. It's 24-23 Maroons. They went on a 20-7 run. Or excuse me, Pioneers, I meant.
Right.
After trailing 16-4, they go on a 20-7 run and gain the lead in the second quarter. Right before the half, Moline scored the last 6 points, take a 5-point lead. The third quarter, they outscored them 19-12, and they're up by a dozen. So we sit here now. It's a 10-point advantage, Moline. Alleman at the line looking to get into it. 7 minutes left. We know it's a game of spurts. I'd look for the Pioneers to cut it even closer.
Well, they're in the middle of a baby run right now. Maroons had stretched it out to 15. They've got it back to 10. Looking to get it back to single figures here for the first time in quite a while.
McLean, the southpaw. First points of the ball game. Frummel will come back in after McLean shoots. We're under 10. Second attempt, nice form, got it. Well, that's a nice couple of minutes for Kevin McLean. O'Hearn is in as well. They're forgetting somebody deep. They better go find Cottrell. Wilson inbounds. Morrow's trapped. Nearly stolen away. That's how the Pioneers got to get back into it. They only trail by 8, and we're at 7 minutes left. 7 minutes exactly as we count down from Mark.
We're counting.
And there you go. Another turnover. There's that pressure. Once again, not reaching in, getting in front of a pester and moving your feet.
I mean, they were just about to trap. Morrow saw it coming. He threw it to somebody that was there when he threw it, but the player moved just as he was letting the pass go. It's going to be a foul on DeVilder.
DeVilder to reach in. Kind of a delayed whistle, not a late whistle. Nick's second foul. And they near the super bonus as well. Both clubs in the bonus.
And we talked in the first half about the lack of fouls. Well, one team's got 10 fouls, the other team's got 8 now. So.
Well, and as the game wears on, the intensity heats up. You get a little tired. It's an 8-point game. Oh, make it 7. Soto's a slow start, but he's come on now.
Nice shooting for him by Steve.
6 points in the second half. He has 8. Make it 7 and 9. 3 of 4 from the line. And the substitutions continue.
There's that mass substitution you talked about early in the contest.
Manus is back in. Hey, they're going to try to wear him down, and they have to. You know, you're going to really have to play some D to get back into it. Wilson to the cup. Got it. Can't stop that.
You know, he can get up in the air and then decide what he's going to do with it because he can jump higher than everybody else in the place.
That was a nice play, though. He just took off and called for the ball at half court. Manus kicks it out. Another three by the Pioneers. Little off. Great rebound.
Steve Soto's great position. Good weak side rebound position. The only way you can get that ball from Steve that time is come over his back, and that's what indeed what happened.
He really had position. And all of a sudden, 3 fouls on DeVilder, 3 fouls on Hanneman, 3 fouls on Cottrell as well, I think. And Wilson's got 3 too. Knocked out of bounds. Should be Moline's ball. Yeah, good call there. Hey, both teams fighting for it though.
Both teams are going to be in the super bonus now the rest of the game. So 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Every trip to the free throw line is going to be really critical.
Real little note there. Manus goes back out. O'Hearn back in. Substitutions continue to flow.
Playing a little offense defense here.
Wilson to DeVilder. 8-point lead, Maroons.
Fans want to push off there by DeVilder.
Both crowds want
incidental
everything.
contact.
That's a good, just let him play, a call by the refs or lack of call. Look out, Morrow with the 3. In and out. Nice rebound by Hanneman. That time he had the position. Into Cottrell. Wilson will take it. Cottrell may not. Ooh, nice spin move. Off the glass a little hard. Oh, there's Cottrell. That's his game.
Boy, a big bucket, Steve Cottrell. That's his 12th on the night. That's 12 big points off Steve Cottrell's.
And with a 10-point advantage, his average is just under 2, so basically he's been the difference. Simple as that. 10 extra points. Watson! A little long over the backboard, and Maroons will get it.
Well, that looked good from here, didn't it? We had a good look at that from where we're sitting, and that looked like it was going down.
We are seated just to the left of the camera angle you're seeing that at.
Reason I'm chuckling here, I was watching Jeff Manus came off the bench, and he came out onto the floor. He almost forgot to check in, and he made a dash of the bench.
Thought it was hockey. Manus and Frommel. Manus in, Frommel out. There's wholesale changes. Linden comes back in. He's just substituting like crazy, trying to get back in it. They trail by 10.
He says, go play as hard as you can, as long as you can.
Ooh, Morrow, oh, great hustle. Great time once again. That is McLean.
Oh, I think that went off the Maroons. But, well, the ref is right there looking at it. Pat Voss got hit in the mouth with an elbow or a shoulder or a head.
Look at Wilson step up and get Morrow's face. I mean, just his teammates saying like, hey, wake up, let's hang on to the ball, protect the ball. And that's what they want from Travis Wilson. Despite being a junior, he is a leader on this club and starting since
he's
his
a
freshman
three-year
year.
veteran.
Right.
Alleman's going to trap whenever they get a chance now.
And Wilson taking matters into his own hands, so to speak. He gets trapped by Voss. 5. Timeout, Moline. That's what it was. Wise timeout there. It's 54-44 Maroons. 4:55 left in the go in the fourth quarter. We'll be back on TCI Channel 38. Fourth quarter action. 4:55 left once again. Moline leading by 10. They have the ball. Right to left on your screen in the maroon uniforms, naturally, the Moline Maroons. The host Pioneers here playing at Rock Island Fieldhouse. And the white and green. Larry Schulte, 11-4, his club, coming off 4th and 3rd place finishes respectively in the state tournament. There's a foul, but he's been an aggressive player. I'll tell you what, I'll take that from McLean, the way he's been hustling, getting up the floor.
You know, that's not a dirty foul or anything like that. That's just playing hard.
Frank Dexter's club, 11-5 in the midst of an 11 out of 12 win streak. He's in his 3rd year as the head man. Morrow misses that one. He is 3 of 5 at the line tonight for 5 points. McLean sits, Frummel comes back in.
And Steve Sotos checked back in.
0 for 2. Voss wrestles it away from, oh, nice job by Morrow. He missed the free throws, but way to get back and take it away from Voss. Voss lost it twice tonight. And that's a compliment to Pat, because you usually don't see it only twice.
Be something to tell your grandchildren about. Alleman really stepping up the defensive pressure.
Oh, nice pass. Cottrell to Hanneman.
And I was just going to say, and oftentimes when you see that panic type defense, you're going to get a cheap basket underneath unless you come up with a steal.
DeVilder's had a huge game scoring, but you go talk to Frank Dexter and Kelly Kane and Derek Lindauer, the assistants, and they'll tell you who their MVP tonight might be. Look at Hanneman. And I talked about it earlier, both Hanneman and Cottrell, big guys running the floor. Hanneman's done it twice. Got out there, the one-handed dunk, got the steal coast to coast. And now all of a sudden it's back to 14. What a big play. Well, we've seen a dunk by Hanneman, by DeVilder, and one by Wilson, correct? Did Wilson throw one down? I know they alley-ooped one to him. I can't recall. I know DeVilder going the other way had the two-hander.
Yeah, DeVilder had this one. Hanneman had that one. And Wilson's capable of doing it any time he gets his hands on the ball.
I know they alley-ooped to him and they missed that one. I thought we had another one. At the line is Chris Watson. He has 8 points tonight. Misses that attempt. He was 2 of 2 going at that free throw. In and out. Rebound Wilson. Morrow almost got himself caught. Back
pirouette right on the 10-second line.
Nice feed. Hanneman again.
Yep.
Oh, what a travel.
Took one little extra half shuffle step with that right foot. 14 points, 3:43. Alleman's really got their work cut out.
Well, they're probably so tired from playing D. That's what I'm talking about. Voss with a bomb again. A little long. Nice rebound, Sotos. What a big second half he's had.
I was going to say, it's nice to see a kid that's that size working that hard under the boards and then get a putback basket.
9 points in the second half for Steve Sotos, only 6'2", the leading rebounder on the Pioneers. Wilson, that's a smart move, takes some time off the clock. Cross count tomorrow. Hanneman back out to Wilson. I was going to say, he's not going to shoot that, is he?
Not if he wants to live through the night.
Morrow penetrates.
Tom Dyke had no intention of shooting that ball.
Morrow draws the foul. It's almost like they don't want to shoot at all now, but if you got the opening, take it.
Coach Dexter's knees buckled just slightly when Marcus Morrow went up for that shot. I don't know if it's because the shot didn't go in or because Marcus is down in the paint wheeling and dealing.
Dyke will sit down. Hanneman comes, or excuse me, Cottrell comes back in. Hanneman's already in.
Morrow 3 for 6 from the line tonight. So far.
With a bucket added to it for 5 points. He's missed 3. He's missed 4 in a row, though. He hit his first 3. I guess you could call that consistency.
And we didn't even put the jinx on him or anything.
Yeah. Oh, he's missed 5. But you know, both
just
times,
like last time.
Yeah, both times he ends up with the ball. Way to not give up on it. It's a 12-point lead for Moline. Clock is not the friend to the Pioneers looking at Morrow. What a scrappy effort he puts in. Voss to Watson out on the wing, on the drive, drawn contact. They're going to say no, it's on the ground. Nice job by Watson now. The foul is on Cottrell, I believe, his 4th.
I was say, if he was the only guy in the vicinity, ought to call on Hanneman.
So they're mixing them up just like I am.
That's his 4th. Well, we got 4 fouls on somebody.
One of them. One of those big 50 number guys. Watson. He has 9 points. 3 of 5 from the line tonight. Make it 4 of 7 for 10.
Well, that's critical. Alleman can score with the clock stopped. That's going to help their cause.
Never out of it. Still hovering around that 10-point mark with 2.5 to go.
Well, look at the defense.
Moline in no hurry. They almost throw it away. They do throw it away. No. Pioneers get it. Voss behind his back. Working baseline out top. Dan Coyne-Logan for three. Got it. His first bucket of the game. Can't come at a better time. It's a 7-point game.
Boy, Pat Voss, nice work. Finding Coyne-Logan at the top of the key.
Hanneman long. Nice rebound, Cottrell. That's your MVP so far for the Maroons. Had some nice efforts from other people. DeVilder, Morrow, Hanneman. Cross court, Morrow thought about a three. That's it. Take some time off the clock. Pioneers running out of time. We're at 1:40. Down 7. They need a defensive stop or a steal.
And say they're doing exactly what Coach Dexter wants them to do. They got the floor spread. They got Hanneman on the free throw line. Alleman's going to just have to come tack somebody. DeVilder decided he wanted to shoot free throws, so he held on to the ball for a couple extra seconds.
Both teams in the super bonus now. DeVilder goes to the line. So far in the game, he's been there once and he hit both of them. He has 17 points, but a good point, he has not scored in the fourth quarter.
No, he's got all 17 through 3 quarters. He carried him through some rough stages there, and I talked to his dad at halftime. I said, Jack, Nick's having a nice ball game. He said, well, now don't jinx him, he said.
Well, you didn't jinx him there. He shot kind of a line drive, hit the front of the lip, and rolled on in, just like your golf game. Throw it hard right at it and pray.
I don't, front door, side door, I don't care.
He misses the second one. 18 points for DeVilder. Watson. Voss swings it over to Logan. He hit the last one. Watson will shoot the three. Low long, nice rebound. Is that Soto's?
Yes.
Man, have a game. 13 points for Steve Sotos. It's back to a 6-point deficit. 1:15 to go. Both teams in the super bonus. We keep it here. Want to thank TCI, Cable Channel 38, for allowing Family Ties Productions to air this game, the Western Big Six big matchup between the Alleman Pioneers and the Moline Maroons. Well, Larry Schulte right now, what's he saying, Coach?
He's saying we got him right where we want him, boys. But they're going to come out and put the full court press on that basket, allows them to do that. Evidence right there before the timeout of why Steve Sotos is the leading rebounder. At 6'2", the leading rebounder for the Pioneers.
Just gets position.
Gets position. He's on. He's got that knack like. I don't want to bring up Rodman's name, but Rodman has the knack of where the ball's going to go. And gets good position. He's a good leaper. He's got some hops, as the kids say.
I think right now, if you're the Pioneers, you're still going for this, the steal, the pressure on defense, the 5-second count. But once you get past half court, then you may have to look to foul. But you still got, 10 seconds at least
right.
to make it happen. Then once you get, it's 1:15 on the clock. Once they get by half court, that's when they may have to start thinking about fouling. Once you get around like 40, at least 45 seconds for sure too. See what happens.
And they're working to deny.
Bounce tomorrow, and well, they go against my strategy and foul quickly. Now Morrow has missed 5 straight, and I'm sure
somebody knew that somewhere.
I don't know if it was Coach Fry or Schulte himself. One of the assistants obviously knew it. Like it could have been DeDonker up here singling. He was outside the booth.
Bob knows. Bob would know.
Morrow at the line. He hit his first 3. He's missed 5 in a row now. 6. Well, they found the right man.
I'm getting a lot of goose eggs in the book.
I feel sorry for Marcus because he's had a good game.
He's tried several strategies too on the line here, the last half a dozen.
And he substitutes. When I say he, I'm referring to Larry Schulte again. He substitutes about 3 more kids. It's just a revolving door over there.
Yeah, they're not getting real comfortable over there on the bench.
Only 1 second off the clock too. That's pivotal. Misses again. Oh, big rebound, Hanneman.
Uh-oh. No.
I say no. Foul on Voss, but on the ground. Well, they found the right guy. They just couldn't keep 6'5" Ian Hanneman off the glass.
Well, let's check Ian out tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4. He is 2 for 4 from the line. 12 points on the night so far. He's practicing that form down there.
Yeah. That's about his average. Comes in averaging over 14 points, about 7 rebounds a game. And he hits it. Big bucket for the junior. Here's a guy who shoots just 56% from the free throw line and nearly 54% from the field. Shaq O'Neal there. But he hit one of them. That's important. So those are the two guys they do want to foul. They got him at the line, the two they wanted. 7-point game. We near the minute mark. Voss, long. Rebound, Watson kicks it out.
Nope, got to reach in.
And that'll help if Frommel can go to the line and hit him.
Coach Dexter holding his head over there, said don't foul.
And that was Hanovan. Is that 4 or 5?
That's 5. If it's Hanovan, that's it for Hanovan.
If you're Larry Schulte, that's the guy you want to foul. One of them, I should say. And if you notice, Morrow's on the bench.
We're trading.
They're not going to put him back in, I don't think. Nothing against Marcus, but hey, you missed 6 in a row. You're not going back in.
We'll put you in if we need you on defense.
Poster comes in, and Ian Hanovan fouls out with 13 points. Remember, Cottrell and DeVilder each have 4, I believe, as well. Nate Frommel at the line. He has 1 bucket. First trip to the charity stripe. Once again, substitution, substitution, substitution. Parsons goes out and Coyne Logan back in. Nate Frommel, 5'10". Got it. 5'10" junior. Comes in averaging about 5 points. He has 3 tonight. 1-on-1 at the charity stripe. It's back to a 6-point advantage. Oh, still at 6. He missed it.
Tough call, ref, right there. Alleman fans don't like it.
Pioneers wanted it, and that's their fans right in front of their bench, but it goes back to Moline, and yet another substitution.
Again, they're going to let him throw the pass in. They're trying to deny all the inbounds passes.
Timeout Moline. You look for somebody to release deep, and they're just going to have to run with them a little one-on-one quarterback on wide receiver type when they come back. We'll keep it here. We're under a minute, 57 seconds remain. Moline has the ball, the 6-point lead, 60-54. Now, Morrow is on the bench. Hanovan is fouled out. They were the 2 weak links in the free throw shooting chain, if you will.
Yeah, you don't want to put DeVilder on the line. You don't want to put Wilson on the line, even though he hasn't been to the line yet. But you know he's going to make his free throws.
I think we've got Spranger and
who else is in there right now? Boster in there.
In there, yeah. Maybe Dyke. We'll see him when they come out of the huddle. Never over, though.
Man, looking at the scorebook here, Pat Voss has yet to score here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, good point. He had 12 at half. He had a 3 in the 3rd.
He started stroking that 3-pointer.
He always scores in bunches the last 2 years when I've seen him. You know, he'll score 20 and a half, finish with 27.
Yeah.
You know, he's so streaky. Moline gets it in. They missed a guy. DeVilder wants to get fouled. Not by Voss, but that's not a. I mean, it's not like, hey, I want to beef up my scoring total.
No.
It's senior leadership, good being one of your better shooters.
He says, I know I'm going to make my free throws, so put me at the line.
He did miss his last one. He's 3 of 4 at the line. I know Frank Dexter can make at least 1. He'll be happy. He gets 2. We're in the bonus, super bonus, I should say. Hits the first one. Calmly at the line.
Cool as you could be.
19 points for the 6'6" senior. And he misses the second one, but as I said, he got 1. The important one probably is it's back to 7. Frommel trying to kick it out to a 3-point shooter. He gets Voss. They're all over him. Wilson nearly took it away from him. Well, I know Voss will look to shoot, but you got Coyne Logan, you got other guys out there. Soto's, he's your best rebounder, but he can fire a 3 if he has to, and so can Watson.
You know, Moline's jumped into her man-to-man, and I just picked that up here. They've been playing it the last several trips down the floor.
Logan, he hit one earlier. Nearly got that one to go. Kept alive. Great hustle by Cottrell.
That's his game. That's Steve Cottrell's game.
And he has just been so key tonight. DeVilder applauds him in the way that only a teammate could.
Yeah.
A little slap on the fan.
Yeah.
The Moline Maroon fans saying overrated, but I'll tell you what, still ranked number 4 in Class A. They are not overrated in Class A, and when Ryan Wood comes back,
Yeah.
they will not be overrated.
They give him that big man in the middle.
And the same token, I'll tell you this, Spranger misses that one. He was 2 of 2 up until that point. Same token is the Maroon kids are almost not giving their classmates any credit. Hey, you got a pretty damn good team yourself. Spranger, he gets that one. 8-point game, 33 left. Voss probably launched it from there, thought about it. There's another 3. Strong rebound back into the game. Morrow out to Wilson. That's it. Take some time out the clock. I thought they
That's right. Moon say we've got enough points now. We don't need to shoot the ball again.
And they're going to foul Spranger. He's 3 of 4. He heads back. I thought for a minute Wilson coming down would try to get an alley-oop back to him. Really get the crowd into it. You know.
Well, there's that experience talking too. He says, hey, we don't need to shoot.
Right.
We need the clock to run out, and let's get out of here.
With an 8-point lead, Spranger at the line off the bench for 5 tonight. He's 3 of 5 from the free throw line. And Schulte continues to substitute. Frommelot and in Mike Watson. Well, he hit 1 of 2 this time of the game. That's good enough right now. Voss, Watson again. High arcer, bringing down Rain, stolen away. Still keeping it alive. There's Sotos down there again. Voss, and that'll do it. Morrow and Voss battling, and they did all night for that last effort. Sotos battling on the boards. It was a great effort by the Pioneers once again. And I would say outmanned, but outsized most definitely.
Outsized, and they made great surges, and every time Moline had an answer for them. They'd surge back, and Moline would answers. They'd surge, and Moline would answer. So hats off to the Maroons. They played a good ball game tonight. Steve Cottrell in a starting role chips in with 12 points, but he played the kind of floor game we've seen him play before, battling on the boards and diving for loose balls. But his 12 points are huge in this game with Travis Wilson with only 6. So
Kenny Spranger off the bench for 6. Cottrell had the dozen, as you mentioned. Wilson 6. Dyke added a pair. Morrow had 5. Ian Hanovan came alive in the second half a little bit more, fouled out with 13. And Nick DeVilder led the way with a couple of bombs, some clutch free throws, and 19. But once again, Cottrell would be our Gillette MVP, I guess, if we had one to give away. Pat Voss had 15, but he did not score in the fourth quarter. Chris Watson had 10, but it all came mostly. I guess
second
it was
and
balanced,
fourth. Second and fourth.
Manus had 8, didn't score in the fourth. A nice second half by Sotos. He only had a pair at halftime, but he really stormed back. I had him for what, 13 points in the ball game. Nice job there. 3 points from Frummel, 2 more for McLean, 3 for Coyne Logan on a 3-pointer. So they substituted a lot. They played more people, but you could argue that like Spranger off the bench gave the Maroons just as much. So how about the Maroons? They win at 63-54. They have now won 12 of 13. They are 3-1 in the Western Big Six. Remember, this was after a 0-4 start. They improved to 12-5. Meanwhile, the Pioneers dropped to 11-5 and fall to 1-3 in the Western Big Six. Well, for our cameraman Greg Quinones, Jim Smith, Family Ties Productions, myself, Dan Burridge, thanks for tuning in to TCI Cable Channel 38, and keep it tuned all the time for Western Big Six and exciting MAC basketball.
The VFW, number 8890, color guard.
Left, right, left, 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 right, left, left.
The Moline Indians, Queen Sarah Sill.
Slow down a little.
Willie G's. The Big River and Beata Club. The honor is number 658 Council, Knights of Columbus. Runner rocks in his antique truck. Mississippi Valley Days Queen, Heather Green. Miss Valley Days. The Grotto Dixieland Band. record. The Armstrong Stables. Julie's Equestrian School. And the winner of the Best Equestrian Team Award, the Free Spirit Riders. Thank you for coming to this year's parade.